You wake up and your eyes are already heavy. By the time you get ready and get to school, you already want to fall back asleep. This isn't new though. You're tired all the time. But why? All throughout high school, I would find myself being tired the entire day. About 2 hours into class, I would feel so sleepy that I'd want to fall asleep in class. And this isn't even mentioning the people who were asleep in class while I was nodding off. So the biggest question here is, why are we always tired? To find out why, let me ask you a few questions first. Do you spend more than 4 hours at a time on your phone? Do you go to sleep after midnight? Do you spend more than 4 hours on your phone on social media alone every day? Do you get less than 8 hours of sleep a night? And do you check your phone right before you go to sleep? If by some miracle you answered no to any of those questions, then you don't need this video. But if you did answer yes to at least one of those questions, that could be the main reason why you're running out of energy all throughout the day. First things first, we got to talk about sleep. Sleep is one of the most important things that you can do for your body, especially when you're a teenager, because on average, teenagers should be getting between 8 and 10 hours of sleep per night. And that might sound like a lot, but tell me, you're tired all the time. How much sleep do you get a night? Makes sense, right? The reason why sleep is so important, though, is because everything that your mind and body don't get to do during the day gets done during sleep. This includes giving your brain a rest from all the stimulus that you're facing throughout the day, whether it's people or computer screens, any sort of other activity that you're doing throughout the day. This also means repairing your muscle tissues so they can undergo protein synthesis while you sleep. And for all of my people getting into working out, that means sleep is important for building muscle. You will build less muscle the less sleep you get. In fact, when I learned about just that fact is when I started getting more sleep, because I realized how important it was for me to get my body right. You can't get your body right off of no sleep. But sometimes it seems that even the days that you try to go to sleep early, you can't. Why is that? To go back to the other questions, how many times a day are you looking at your phone? And are you looking at your phone or any other sort of screen, video games, TV, computer screen, before you go to bed? All of those screens that I just mentioned are devices that emit blue light. And blue light kind of gives your brain a signal to stay awake, because blue light reminds your brain of the sky, which means it's day. And I know it sounds like a little bit of bro science or pseudoscience, but that's literally how blue light works. It's made to keep you awake. A lot of devices have a setting where you can turn off blue light or reduce it later in the day. So that's what I do with my computer screen and my phone screen. I have a setting on there that once it gets past like 8 o'clock, it turns off the blue light on those devices so that my brain can start winding down so it's not wired up when I'm trying to get to sleep. Another important thing you have to keep in mind is what you're actually feeding your brain before you go to bed. If you spend the last 3-4 hours before bed scrolling through social media, that is tons and tons and tons of stimulus that your brain is getting. A constant flow of just dopamine to the brain that your brain is getting slowly addicted to as you keep scrolling. How do you expect your brain to want to fall asleep if that's what you're feeding it before you go to bed? You got to be smart about this. The best way you can wind yourself down, which is difficult, is to start slowly cutting that out. You need to slowly reduce the amount of social media you're getting before you go to bed. A way you could do this is about an hour before bed, turn off all screens and just maybe read a book or start journaling a little bit, which you can go back to my first video, which includes how to journal very briefly. For about a year, I've been implementing these tactics to help myself get to sleep faster and sleep for longer. And I've seen noticeable improvements in how much energy I have throughout the day. I need less caffeine to get through the day, which you can easily get addicted to. I literally have some right here. I need less caffeine to get through the day. And by the time I'm in bed, I'm tired and I want to fall asleep. Also, the additional sleep has given me some noticeable improvements in muscle growth. So you could be selfish and just want to do it for that reason, but why not? Remember, winners win, losers lose. Go be a winner today.